Oh, Cosmic Mind. Who is there? UV. Understand, overstand, understand. Part one with Empress Star. She will be delivering the first portion, and she's getting herself set up in the studio. Let me go share, and we gonna got them to sing this shit or play the instruments like his motherfucker Fred Astaire, baby. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about understanding, overstanding, and understanding. The difference. Here's a breakdown of understanding, over, and understanding, especially through a cultural, spiritual, and conscious black lens, melanated lens. All right, number one, to understand. The mainstream meaning is to grasp the meaning of something, rooted in European English frameworks of knowledge. The critical lens is understand can imply placing yourself beneath something, hierarchy, or psychologically. So, understanding is putting yourself under something over you mentally or emotionally, or something, putting yourself under someone mentally or emotionally. And don't forget, it's rooted in European frameworks, just like jobs. Some say it could be some say it subtly suggests subjugation to external systems or ideas. For example, schools, religion, those systems, the colonial systems, the Western frameworks that's holding us melanated beings under them. In the Black conscious community, often challenged as passive or a remnant of colonial language control, seen as accepting knowledge through outside sources without questioning their foundation. So basically, when you're saying you understand something, you're saying you're just going with the flow of what the person or deity or entity rather is saying, not overstanding, which brings us to part two. Overstanding, the etymology and meaning. It is a conscious reframing of the word understanding. It means to go above the basic explanation. So maybe you did a little research, and so you're just not understanding because something or someone is saying something. You're overstanding because you actually took the time to go and do a little research. So you have a basic explanation of whatever is happening in that moment, and you see the bigger picture. Often used to describe deeper insight, discernment, and critical thinking. And we've lost that. A lot of our melanated community has lost that the ability to critically think. And that is really one quality that we as a melanated culture need to work on, not just for ourselves, but for our lineage, to help them to know, understand, and overstand exactly the direction that they're supposed to be moving into. Its spiritual and revolutionary context. Overstanding means recognizing systems of oppression, spiritual warfare, and hidden truth. So the things that they're putting in your face, you have discernment to dispel the untruths. It encourages critical analysis of media, education, religion, and history. So you're not just going by um, what the mainstream is telling you, or by the education you were taught, or by the religious systems. You're actually going in depth to get an overstanding. You're doing your research, you're doing your due diligence, so you can get a better overstanding. It's rooted in Rastafarian, Kemetic, and Pan African thought. Therefore, it's rooted in us because we are the indigenous people, we are the melanated people, and Rastafarian, Kemetic, and Pan African are what? Melanated groups of people. So we need to root ourselves in overstanding, do more research, do the due diligence, put in the energy and effort to get the knowledge, gain the overstanding, so you can help empower, so we can help empower our kings as well as our star seeds. So here's an example. You understand school teaches you history, his story, but you overstand they left out Africa's greatness. Let me say it louder for the people in the back. You understand school teaches you his story, But you overstand, they left out Africa's our greatness. Okay. Do, 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 do. So that brings us to part three, understanding. The etymology and meaning of understanding is a step deeper than overstanding. It's a knowing from within, your intuition, that gut feeling through intuition, ancestral memory, or divine insight. It's those downloads you get, those thoughts that just come into your mind where you're like, what does this mean? It's giving you an understanding of what you need to know. Knowledge that resonates in your soul, not just your mind. It has spiritual and cultural roots, linked to inner wisdom, melanated divinity, and self knowledge, self awareness. The understanding. It encourages connecting to your higher self, your ancestors, and that inner voice. You know, that small, still voice that they tell you is Jesus or whatever, if you're still in religious. No, that's your higher self. That's your crew that was sent here to lead and guide you, to help you remember what you're supposed to be doing while you're on earth in this dimension, on this path. It's found in spiritual practices like Kemetic science, African cosmology, and meditation. So here's an example. You understand your power as a melanated being comes from within, not external validation. So you understand your power as a melanated being comes from within, not external validation. So not religion, not by the way people treat you. None of that. All of that is inside of you. You don't need any external validation. You need to know that you are enough for you to be the best you that you can be. Just go within. Inner, inner standing, inner knowledge, inner power. Why this language shift matters, especially for the melanated community. Language is power. It shapes how we think and perceive reality. Colonial education teaches understanding from a Eurocentric frame. So basically, we're not even in the works or in the mindset of the education. While overstanding and understanding encourages a return to African-centered thought, our culture, our roots. We have to get rooted and grounded back to who we are as melanated beings and pull ourselves out of the Eurocentric understanding. We need to get an understanding of who we are because we are great. We're kings, we're queens, we're emperors, we're empresses, we are doctors, we're lawyers, we're Aryan chiefs. We are gods, we're goddesses, we're the sun, we're the moon, we're the earth, we're everything. We're breath, we're life. We just have to wake up and remember that. These distinctions help reclaim knowledge, self-worth, and agency. They foster mental liberation, which leads to economic, spiritual, and social empowerment. So I'm just going to wrap this up. To understand is basic comprehension, often external, given to us by the Eurocentric powers that were. To overstand is critical insight. It gives you the big picture view. You overstand something that has been told to you or something that you see because you research it. You put in a little bit of effort. And to understand, it's inner knowing, spiritual resonance, and spiritual resonance. So you go within and you understand things better because you use your intuition and the guidance of the ethers because you understand. And last but not least, the implications of the three terms. To understand implications, it makes you passive and just accept the things that are told to you, or the things that, let's just use religion. You're not supposed to say anything about. You're supposed to just accept it. And it's Western rooted, which is not for us. We are not Eurocentric. When you overstand something, the implications of that, it brings conscious awareness and decolonize thinking. Conscious awareness and decolonize thinking. So basically, you're getting out of the Eurocentric mindset. You're getting rid of the lashes, getting rid of the weave, getting rid of everything that doesn't help you overstand, because that all brings negative energy to you. Last but not least, to understand the implications. It makes you intuitive, it's more soul based, and it brings ancestral knowledge. So, of the three, we definitely need to overstand so we can get to that point of understanding. Once we have knowledge of self and get the spiritual resonance, the ancestral knowledge will flow through us, which will help us get everything back on track, because it is our time to rule. So if we still in the Western colonized mindset of understanding, we always going to stay at a low level, at a low vibration, at the bottom. Now it's time for us to understand, overstand, so we can understand and rise back to the top. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me. And I'd like to remind you to come hang out with me tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern with Who You With Wednesdays, Empress Star, co-host Cozmik MindZ. We're going to talk about spiritual warfare on the womb. This is going to be a deep conversation, ladies. Come on out, join me. Have your wine if you drink it, your tea if you want it. You can even have your shot or two. Who knows? Who cares? Or some water if that's what you want to do. Come on, hang out with me. Come on and hang out with us. We're going to pass the mic right on over to Cozmik Mind UV. This is the place to be.
All I know is huh? Who is it? Who the fuck is it? Huh? Who is it? It's Cozmik Mind UV. I've been telling you, this is where you need to be, man. Huh? Hope all is well. Look, if you want to collab, do a live stream, you want to do a fundraiser, you want to get out your message, you want to get out your product, you want to do a collaborative, whatever have you, just, you know what I'm saying, link up with us, and then we'll go from there. Let's get it. Gratitude to the latitude. You know what I mean? The positive attitude of Empress Star. You know what I mean? She'll take you far no matter where you are. Who You With Wednesdays coming through 9 p.m. Eastern. Will be right here, coming through right here. You know what I mean? So make sure you share this. Make sure you put your notification on for the near shine. And make sure you support, donate, and support. All right, here we go. Importance for Black people. Here's a focused explanation on the importance of understanding versus overstanding versus understanding for Black people, especially in the context of liberation, healing, and rebuilding. Why it matters for Black people One, mental liberation from oppression, understanding, quote, end quote, often reflects knowledge given by systems that have historically oppressed black people, colonial, religious, and or educational systems. That's why I told you, education and knowledge, there's a difference, B. That's why we did that show. Huh? Let it flow. Moving to, quote unquote, overstanding or overstand and quote unquote understand helps break that mental dependency, man. Ain't it? Why the goddamn Cozmik talk the way he talk? He walk the way he motherfucker walk. Come on with it. See, this is the explanation for the nearshot, huh? And empowers you. It does what? Empowers you to do what? Question, decode, and reject lies about your history and or worth, huh? So how you saying you got knowledge of self and you spiritual, you still understanding, man? Huh? This shift, watch this. This shift helps decolonize your mind. Ain't it, man? Elevate your mind. Open your motherfucking heart chakra, ain't it, ma? Huh? God damn. It said that's what? This shift helps do what? Decolonize your mind, ain't it, man? And reconnect with truth beyond what's taught. Make sure you share this out. Let's see what this is all about. Quote, he or she who controls your mind controls your life. Overstanding and understanding take your mind back. End quote. Quote, he or she or it or they who controls your mind. That's the unseen. I told y'all. Huh? That's your God, your Jesus, your Buddha, all that shit. You hear me? Controls your life. Overstanding and understanding take your mind back. End quote. When they say psychological warfare, take back the black mind of the fam, you gotta start over understanding then, B. You gotta stop, look, and flip it over. You gotta stop standing under that shit, man. Huh? Cultural and spiritual reconnection. Overstanding is about seeing the hidden systems or codes or whatever have you, eh? White supremacy, capitalism, media control, religious manipulation, etc. And how they affect black or indigenous or copper tone or the original people's life, huh? Understanding reconnects you to ancestral wisdom, indigenous and or African spirituality, and your divine inner voice, man. Huh? What? So it's not, now look, I'm not knocking you, okay? Let me say that first. However, this a little side swipe. So it ain't from no tarot cards, ain't it? That's a tool, but it's not from the deck strictly, huh? That's why when I said it's that's why you got to get out the Sky Daddy syndrome, man. We did a show called Sky Daddy Syndrome or Sky Mama, whoever, huh? Reconnects you to ancestral wisdom. So how you talking to your ancestors and you still understand, man? You still using language like that? You figure deal me? Indigenous and African and spirituality and your divine inner voice, man. That's what I be saying. That's your higher power, your Jesus, your Lord, your fucking Caesar Borgia, your goddamn it, what they say, source, all that shit. The source, you stupid nigga. We talking about frequency and vibration, ain't it? Man, these niggas, that's why I tell them get with the universal principles, man. I be trying to give you the universal principles. Look, These help black people reclaim identity, pride, and purpose, rooted in indigenous or African-centered consciousness. Empowerment through truth, through the booth, man. Ain't it, man? Understanding may leave you with half truths, ain't it, man? Huh? Overstanding gives you the full picture, how systems or whatever else work against you, and how to move strategically. So how can you come together with like minds when they still understand? I would keep saying. This is why motherfuckers be frustrated. Why the fuck this motherfucker don't get what I'm saying? Because they under spells, they under shit. You hear me? Man, they under attack, they under Stockholm shit. You know what I mean? Come on now. Understanding empowers you to make decisions from a place of divine what? Start with an A. Alignment. Ain't it? Huh? Huh? That's why you arguing with your spouse, your homies, your family member, cause they asses is under the spells, man. They standing under the spell, man. Yeah, you gotta come on with me. You gotta Shimon. Not fear or programming, which is false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. False evidence appearing real. Quote, to overstand is to be awake. To understand is to be free. God, God damn. It's a what? Motherfucking summer jam, ain't it? It's a summer slam, ain't it? God. Hey, in goddamn quote. Huh? It says to do what? To do what? Cozmik love this shit. I'm telling you, I love this shit right here. This is the intellectual exercise right here, baby. Then we get to the intellectual gymnastics. Woo, 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 woo. Quote, to overstand is to be awake, right? Or left, or up or down. Huh? All the goddamn round. To understand is to be what? Is to be free, end quote. 4. Healing and self-love. Many black people suffer from what? Generational trauma, which they understand that. Self-hate and confusion caused by false education. That's why it's different between education and knowledge. Because education makes you what? Understand shit. Knowledge what? Empowers you. Helps you evolve, huh? Understanding your spiritual nature, huh? Your power, your connection to ancestors helps you heal that trauma. Then when we graduate to what? Overstanding. And see, I'm gonna do part 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. I'm gonna do outer standing, huh? That's when we get to when they get to graduate school and fucking masters and all that other shit. Overstanding helps black men, etc., and women see how they've been divided and how to rebuild black love, family, and unity. So how can we, them, they, those, have in it? This is why you say, well, why is it so frustrating? Because most melanin, indigenous, copper tone black people, whether it's your homies, families, colleagues, people in passing, people you barely sometime a little bit know, strength, whatever, they are still standing under a bunch of indoctrination goddamn nation, man. Huh? Stupors. Building black economics and institutions. When you overstand the economic system, you stop doing what? Do-do-do. Do-do, goddamn it, motherfucker. Do-do. When you overstand the economic system, you stop doing what, Empress? You stop chasing the motherfucking goddamn bird. Quote, end quote. You stop chasing the bag inside a system designed to extract your labor and spending power. Do 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 do. When you understand your divine purpose, you build wealth that's soul aligned, generational, and community centered, not just personal what? Gain in the mainframe, ain't it? Come on, Cozmik, explain. Ain't he? Ain't we? Hmm? Ain't we? We French out this motherfucker. We. Damn it. Pause, fellas. Summary. Why this shift is revolutionary. Concept. Understanding. It keeps you trapped in someone else's truth. God damn. Overstand. Opens your, so this one's people say, this is my awakening moment, my light bulb moment. Your chakra, I call them the chakra bulbs go off. You feel me? You hear me? Your chakra bulb moment. You hear me? Opens your eyes to systems and or codes, etc. Uploads, downloads, outloads, inner loads, all of those, huh? Lies and hidden agendas, and not just with systems, people in your personal circle, people in your outer circle, inner circle, all the circles and squares and triangles and shit. You hear me? Check it out. Understand why this shit, look, why this shit is revolutionary. Understand returns you to divine power, ancestral wisdom, and purpose. So when people be saying they this and that, the spiritual, if they're not talking or dialoguing or whatever have you, presenting in a way in words of higher, that's why I say royal rising, because we royal and we rising. Ain't those goddamn surprising when we motherfucking rising, ain't it, man? That's why they want to keep you them motherfucking dumb down, cause from doing what? From motherfucking rising. And doing what? Remembering how you what? You motherfucking royal. Ain't it, man? To the what? To the motherfucking soil. I told you, I know you love when I spit my motherfucking goddamn, when I get that motherfucking pimping and get the goddamn motherfucking limping. Quit all that motherfucking simping. Final thought. Understand is survival. Huh? That's why you in survival mode. Because you standing under. Overstand is awareness. Understand is what? Is freedom. How can they be your spiritual teacher, your life, and they still stand under shit? That means they can give you a limited level of what? Finish it for me. Elevation. Whoa, whoa. Importance for Black economics. Here's a deep look into how understand, overstand, and understand relate to Black economics out this motherfucker. You know, 246. You know, Cozmik like to sweep all through, huh? So we can make it do what it do. And why this shift in mindset, is critical for the original Black copper tone indigenous people to build true wealth, self-sufficiency, and economic freedom. The importance for Black economics. 1. Understand economics. Understand is what? Economic survival mode. What is understand? It's economic survival mode. Most Black people are taught to what? Quote unquote, end quote, understand economics. Ain't it, man? Through a what? Western capitalist lens. This is so goddamn good. It should be goddamn what? Over understood. This mindset ain't no motherfucking sweat, ain't it, man? This mindset promotes consumerism. See, understanding is gonna do what to you? It's gonna promote what? This is why we say your brain is fucked up. That's why the great scholars or the great teachers or whoever teachers, they say it gotta be a mind with the ones that's on the understanding level. They gonna tell you about it's your mind shift, son. Look, understand the economics through it says it's gonna did you what? It's gonna have you doing what? Get a job, get a degree, consume, fit in. God damn, let's give it a spin. This mindset promotes consumerism over ownership, working for others. So when y'all be getting mad at me, it's all in. It's what? What they got them say? It's all in your head. Hey, mama, this brick and mortar right here. This brick and mortar. Damn. Working for others instead of creating your own, ain't it, man? Damn. Damn this. I adore this shit right here. I adore this shit. Chasing money, however, not building true wealth or legacy. Most people have incomes, but how much of it are you investing and you building something with it that could be self-sustainable? So we can get out the rat, the possum, the mouse, the whatever creature it is race. Huh? Chasing money, however, not building true wealth or legacy. Financial literacy limited to what? Mainstream rules, credit, 401k, taxes. It's survival, not sovereignty. Quote, when you only understand, you play in someone else's economic system and do what? Lose in the motherfuck quote. Overstand, economic is what? Economic awakening and empowerment. Overstanding lets you see through the systems, etc., indoctrinations, etc. That you're in a rigid game. Capitalism exploits the labor of Coppertone indigenous black people, right? And intellectual properties and abilities, etc. That the system profits off of black spending, creativity, and struggle. However, rarely rewards ownership. When you overstand, you begin to do what? Build indigenous, Coppertone, etc. black owned businesses. Prioritize, that's the main word there. Group economics. Circulate the dollar within the community. Commune with your unity. Study how other groups dominate economically. So what do cosmic minds be helping us do? Study how groups dominate economically through nepotism and etc. Make sure you go check out that nepotism show. Asians, Jews, Arabs, and I get we all the origin of all of those. However, let's play the game and apply it with a black or indigenous centered model. Overstanding, quote, overstanding turns the worker into the what? Owner. Overstanding turns the worker into the what? To the what? Into the owner. Oh man, woo. the consumer into the what? Creator, end quote. Ain't it, man? Let's keep going down this intellectual slope. Understand soul aligned wealth building. Understanding takes it deeper or higher, whatever we want to say. It asks, why are you building wealth? For whom? For what purpose? It connects economics with spiritual alignment. Your wealth becomes a tool for healing, uplifting, and liberation for the nation. You stop chasing paper and start building generational legacy rooted in purpose. Ain't it, man? You invest in land, food sovereignty, knowledge. We gonna get rid of education. Knowledge, the correct knowledge. Culturally aligned businesses, family structures. Quote, when you understand, your wealth becomes an extension of your divine what? Motherfucking assignment. In the motherfucker quote. When you understand, your wealth becomes an extension of your divine assignment. Your soul motherfucking alignment. Ain't it, man? So economics is deeper than the paper. It's deeper than the flash. It's deeper than the flash in the glass, baby. Ain't it, man? Baby bubble. Real world application for the nation. Understand levels. It's levels to it, right? Level. Understand is what? Mindset. What's the mindset to understand? Quote, I need a job, end quote. Economic action works 9 to 5, consumes, brands, no wealth foundation. Level, when you graduate from that, when you overstand, is quote, I need ownership, end quote. That's the mindset. Economic action starts businesses, studies the game, builds group wealth. That's the economic action, the overstand. Now, once we graduate to understand, it's quote, I need alignment and legacy, end quote. Creates wealth for liberation. Invest in family, land, and culture. That can be earth family or cosmic family, because we know you gotta, once you over understand that, you already know why I'm saying that. So now you see why I say, you be seeing why some of y'all hear me say over understand all the time. And that you very seldom hear me say that under shit. Very seldom. Unless I'm doing a presentation like this. Why it matters now. Why it matters when? Not in the past. Right what? Right fucking now. The original people are one of the top consumer groups in America, yet have the lowest wealth retention. Let's get this intellectual extension. If we only understand, we'll continue to do what? Spend more than we build. This knowledge ain't concealed, baby. Overstanding allows us to fight back with strategy, not feelings and reactive emotions. Understanding empowers us to build a new economy, one aligned with indigenous and or African values, spirituality, and healing. Final word. Understand is working in their system. Overstand is studying the system. Understand is building your own. Ain't it, mine? That's why I be sounding foreign when I be say just build your own shit. And y'all keep me wanting to argue over the same Stupid ass shit. But you know what, Cosmic? They fucking under. And then when you saying they zombies and they zonked out, you hear me? And shit like that, they get upset with you, Cosmic. Some people. They ain't gonna really say it, but you feel it through your intuition, your understanding. Importance for black love, ain't it? Here's the powerful bust down of the importance of understanding, overstanding, and understanding in the context of black love, especially romantic love. Well, we don't need romantic love. We need copper love. We need indigenous love. We need revolutionary love. So we need to get out Rome. We don't need to do no Rome nothing. We don't need no Euro. See, romantic is Eurocentric shit. This is why so much bullshit arguments and discussions now, because you still under the Eurocentric forms of what the fuck you think love is. You, them, they, those. Family, which that's why I say when you grow to understand overstand. See, that must be I need to get to that show. Overstanding and understanding, you have your cosmic family. You know how to separate from the earth family. Unity and rebuilding black relationships. The importance for black love. Understanding. This is surface level love. That's what a lot of y'all be talking about. A lot of surface level bullshit. It'd be obsolete. So then when I be saying, hold on y'all, commercial break. All right, here we go. Understand is surface level love, conditioned. Okay, you ready? Quote unquote, understanding or understand, quote, love is often shaped by mainstream Western influences. So that's how a lot of y'all talking points happen. Like these niggas are still talking about this stupid, goofy, these variety of different dumb shit or talking points. Like what the fuck is going on with you niggas? But you still under the Western mainstream crap and Western influences. That's why. There's no other answers. Disney fantasies, toxic gender roles, trauma bonding, love based on status, looks, or financial gain. This is the right reason why a lot of y'all having problems in dating. You hear me? Because you still understand it. So you still under the Eurocentric shit. This is the shit. This is a lot. And why you say a lot? Well, I don't have a specific number for you, but you know it's more than 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, ain't it? Okay. This love is often performative, conditional, or codependent, lacking purpose, foundation, or cultural alignment, built on Western standards, not indigenous or African-centered values. Quote, when we only understand love, we repeat the same generational cycles that y'all claim that y'all want to break so bad. broken homes, distrust, and confusion, end quote. Overstanding, conscious or awakened or awareness, black love. Overstanding love means you see the bigger picture. Isn't that something? How y'all be saying sometimes, fella, I can't get her to see the bigger picture. Or whoever, or women, ladies, he ain't see the bigger picture. Or y'all don't be seeing the bigger picture sometimes. This that black love has been under attack since slavery or whatever, Willie Lynch, mass incarceration, economic division. That real love requires healing, unlearning, and strategy. That black unity equals power, and love is the foundation of community. You begin to see your partner as your ally in liberation. Prioritize emotional maturity. We got to do a show on emotional maturity too. That's very important. Y'all keep talking about emotional intelligence, but emotional maturity is something. Shared purpose and legacy building. Reject division attacks, i.e., quote unquote, independent woman, ladies, end quote, and versus, quote, ain't shit men, end quote. Quote, overstanding love is realizing your partner is your teammate, not your enemy, end quote. Let's go, man. Well, I say, y'all, we got to do a lot of mental graduations, man. We got to do y'all, them, they, those, got to do a lot of mental graduation, man. Understand spiritual, ancestral, and divine love. Understanding love is deeper than feelings, ain't it, man? It was a you and your feelings. Get the fuck out them shits. It's a spiritual union, a soul contract, a divine alignment. You understand that love is a healing force, can restore the black family unit, connects you to ancestral energy and purpose. This level of love leads to what? Purposeful relationships, not just romantic ones. Raising high vibration children, building love based on inner peace, intention, and ancestral values. Quote, understanding love is knowing your connection is sacred, not just sexual or emotional, end quote. Why this is critical for black people. Level, understand. View of love. Love equals attraction, status, sex, whatever. Result, short-term relationships, trauma cycles. All right. Level, overstand, love. The overstanding love equals unity plus resistance to oppression. Result, conscious couples or actively conscious couples or whatever, activated the conscious couples, collective healing, powerful family units. Understanding love, divine alignment and soul connection. So y'all keep talking about twin flames and all this other goofy shit that, man. Sacred partnership, generational healing, and legacy love. Connection to community building. Black love isn't just about couples, it's about the core. It's the core of black families, black economics. Hold on, y'all. All right. Black economics, black youth guidance, black nation building. Quote, no revolution can succeed without strength of black love behind it. End quote. Final word. Final word. Understanding love and you stay in cycles. Overstand love and you build strategy. Understand love and you birth a new reality. So what type of love are y'all practicing out here amongst yourself, your colleagues, your love interest, all of these other fancy smancy names and shit? But yeah, man. Hopefully this has done something for y'all. Gratitude to Empress Star taking us far no matter where we are. 9 p.m. Eastern, Who You With Wednesdays coming through tonight. You know what I mean? We're gonna take flight. I'm the co-host, and Empress Star has spiritual warfare on the womb, spiritual warfare on the womb part 1. So y'all need to, ladies and all you spiritual team and people and all that, y'all need to come through. And if you would like to be on Sacred Space, a part of Sacred Space and align and link with Sacred Space, link with Empress Star. Maybe tonight on the show, just say something in the comments or something. And she's got one more slot left for founders or whatever. She's seeking for that. So make sure you if you would like to be a co-host or be a guest on Who You With Wednesdays, if you would like to be a guest on Who You With Wednesdays, make sure you link up with me or Empress Star, and we gonna take you far no matter where you are. All right. So guess what? Guess what?
What's that?
Cosmic Mind UV.